This episode is brought to you by Michigan Economic Development Corporation. In Michigan, you can have both a rewarding career and a quality lifestyle, with plentiful career opportunities in world-changing, innovating industries, from electric vehicles to clean energy to biotech, with room for advancement no matter where you are in your career. Plus, Michigan offers a welcoming, beautiful, affordable, and inclusive community for all. Live your best life. You can in Michigan. Visit themichiganlife.org.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Friday, August 27th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Today I want to cover some of the community guidelines that Adam Mosseri alluded to in his video that I played on yesterday's show. There's a lot of information here that I think is actually important and good to know, and I'm going to highlight some of the things that I think might be a little bit new or something that we haven't discussed before. If you look under the recommendations part of Instagram's help, the question is, what are recommendations on Instagram? They explain that they make recommendations to the people who use their services to help them discover new communities and content. I'm going to skip down, but it explains farther down the post that there are 5 categories of content allowed on the platform, but that may not be eligible for recommendations. The categories are listed below and some examples. Content that impedes our ability to foster a safe community, which includes content that discusses self-harm, suicide, eating disorders, content that depicts violence, content that may be sexually explicit or suggestive, such as pictures of people in see-through clothing, content that promotes the use of certain regulated drugs like tobacco, vaping products, adult products and services, or pharmaceutical drugs, and content shared by any non-recommendable account. The help goes on to explain about sensitive or low quality content about health or finance, like content that promotes or depicts cosmetic procedures, content containing exaggerated health claims like miracle cures, content attempting to sell products or services based on health-related claims like promoting a supplement to help a person lose weight, or content that promotes misleading or deceptive business models, such as payday loans or risk-free investments. Now there's a category of content that users tell Instagram they broadly dislike. So this is definitely not going to be rewarded in the algorithm. Number 1, content that includes clickbait. Number 2, content that includes engagement bait. Number 3, content that promotes a contest or a giveaway. I would have thought that those would be okay, but apparently contests and giveaways are not. This article also mentions that content that's associated with low quality publishing, such as unoriginal content that is largely repurposed from another source without adding material value. I'm just going to pause at this point and say, if you've been sharing your feed posts to stories, or you've been sharing someone else's feed posts to your stories and those are not getting a lot of engagement, it might be because you're not adding any material value, which is something that Instagram is looking for. They also explain that they try not to recommend accounts, and there's a long list. You've recently violated Instagram's community guidelines, repeatedly or recently shared content they try not to recommend, repeatedly posting vaccine-related misinformation. But here's the one I want to highlight. Repeatedly engaged in misleading practices to build followings, such as purchasing likes. That's a direct quote I just read from the Instagram guidelines. I'm going to recommend that you take a look at the Help Center. Look for this article, What Are Recommendations on Instagram? Gives a lot of good details and information that I think you really want to keep in mind. The one about giveaways and the one about buying likes. Not that I'm surprised about the buying likes, but it's just good to see that in print form, I would say. And now, because it's Friday, let's talk about something with the Instagram app that maybe you forgot about or didn't know, some specific feature of it. I'm going to talk specifically today about Instagram Creator Studio, which is great. I talk about Instagram Creator Studio all the time because you can upload photos and videos and create IGTV posts from your desktop. So if you edit things on the computer and then you want to upload them directly from there, but you can only use Creator Studio for feed posts and IGTV. It's free, but you only have those 2 options. Facebook Business Suite, on the other hand, lets you create feed posts and schedule stories from your desktop. You might not have known that. Facebook Business Suite is a completely separate product from Creator Studio, but it allows you to schedule stories in advance. You can add stickers and tags and all the other things that you normally do with stories, except you can do it from the desktop. I don't understand why these two tools have separate features, because it seems to me like all of them should be in one place, but that's what happens when you work for a large organization that does not communicate well, I guess, or just keeps certain products separate. Okay, that's it for today's show. Come back tomorrow for more Instagram news, strategy, tips, and more.